Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to Football Manager The Basics. Last episode I showed you a little bit more about player instructions, and I also showed you a new formation that I'd been trying out, which you can see here. And we're actually going to put this formation to the test. And the way we're going to do that is playing Bristol Rovers in the first leg of the League Two playoff semi-finals. Yeah, you could have picked a better time, I suppose. I can hear you saying right now. But I think, what the hey? You know, we're in this to win it, so we might as well try and win it properly. Now, goalkeeper. I am torn between Alan Martin and David James. I've also got a bit of an inkling towards Sant'Angelo, but I think for experience, I'm going to have to put James in goal. Now, right backs. We don't have much choice in the right back department. My favourite right back for us at the moment is Conor McLaughlin. We've also got Liam Hogan and no one else. Because Mark Roberts, to me, isn't a right back. He's a centre back. So we're going to have McLaughlin at right back. Left back is a bit more problematic for us because we have Jean-Francois, we have Stephen Jordan, and we have Jeff Hughes. Now, the one that springs out to me the most is Hughes. But do we sacrifice his midfield abilities to play him at left back? That's the big question. And to be honest, for this one, yes. I think we will. Just because you saw his where's he gone? Up here. You see his rating, his star rating. And you look at his stats. And he's just as good defensively as he is offensively, if you believe those stats. Things like bravery, composure, concentration, they basically go hand in hand with his creativity, decision making, and determination. So, for me, yeah, he's also got good fitness, good agility, good balance. He can jump, so he can win headers. Stamina. He seems like an ideal choice. Now we've got our centre-backs, and obviously we're going to have Mark Roberts on that side. And then on the other side, we are going to have Matt Partridge, I think. Although Mambo's got pretty good stats. So's Cresswell. So's Ashton. Now we're stuck in that little who do we pick thing again. Just going to check that these guys are suited to the role. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm going to pick Mambo, I think. Yeah, I'm going to pick Mambo. See how he gets on in that role. Now, defence midfielder. We have quite a big choice here. We have got Partridge again, or we've got Morris, or we've got Murdoch, or where's he gone? Where is it? Oh, there. Olofinjana, I believe, can also play in that role. And for me, I think Jody Morris seems to be the best choice. And if I choose that, 3.5 star. Let's see what Murdoch's like in that role. 2.5 star. Let's see what Partridge is like in that role. I really should have checked this off camera before we started. He's only 2 star. I think Morris. No nonsense. Good midfielder. Okay, now we want the wide men. And for me, we have Matty Blair, who I'd like to see on the left-hand side. Although he's only got... Oh, hang on. Let's change these to wide midfielders and see if that changes anything. No, it doesn't, does it? In that case, I'll leave these as wingers. And we'll drop Blair. Where is Blair? There's Blair. We'll drop him back to the bench. Well, we haven't got Giver in because he is injured. We could have Wade Elliott. He's 2 star. And then on the right hand side we could maybe have Sirkovic. He's 0.5 star. Alright, let's move Sirkovic to the Trequartista role. Aha, 2.5 star. Okay, in that case we'll have Ngessen on the right hand side. And you see, he only comes up like that, but really, it's the same as if he was playing there. So, works for me. And then in the attacking midfield role, we have a choice between Schumacher, Marrow, and maybe Nguesson. I'm going to try Blair on the right hand side. I keep moving players round, I know it's bad. Okay, we'll have Blair there, and then we'll have Nguesson in the hole there. No, we won't have Nguesson in the hole there. I think Marrow. I think he's actually our best choice. Look at that, 3.5 star. That's definitely sorted there then. And then up front, we're going to have McMenamin as the target man. And we're going to have... yeah, we're going to have Ball as the complete forward. And then our bench is going to be Martin, Hogan, Jean-Francois, in fact, no, not Hogan, Ashton instead of Hogan. Yep, that's better. Partridge, Sirkovic, and Nguesson, and I'm tempted to go Murdoch or Olofinjana. Let's go Murdoch. Okay, so that is our lineup. Sorry it took so long, guys, but that is our lineup. Let's try this out and see how we get on. Really? I was a little bit too early on that one. Okay, there we go. We'll go now. Right. Players to look out for in the Bristol Rovers team. Steve Mildenhall, their goalkeeper. He's a pretty good player. They've also got Michael Richardson in midfield. John Joe O'Toole in midfield. James Harper, that looks like, in the holding role. It is James Harper, formerly of Reading. And they've gone for Chris Beardsley up front, which I find quite unusual. But there you go. Let's get Beardsley tight marking, always. Closing down, always. Definitely got to tackle him hard, because he can be vicious at times. And then show on to weaker foot. Now we got to motivate the team. Let's go out there and give these fans their money's worth. Right. Now once we kick off, tell you a little bit about how I tend to go about things like this. If anything has two legs like this format doesn't have an away goals rule. It's not like the Champions League or the Europa League where there's an away goals rule. This is purely whoever has the highest aggregate score at the end of the second game goes through. And if it's still level, it goes to extra time and penalties. So my philosophy for the first leg, which we've got here, is try and cool things down a little bit. See here we've got passing the ball around in actually quite a dangerous area, so I'd rather they got it up the field, which they're not really doing at the moment. There we go, we can attack now with Blair. Yeah, get the ball up the field as quick as possible and try and make something happen, but we're not necessarily looking to score a goal in the early stage. It would be very nice if we did score a goal, but it's not 100% crucial. We still have an extra game after this one in which we can score the goal that we need. We have home advantage now, so maybe scoring a goal at home, which we've just done there with good old David Ball. Scoring a goal at home is always advantageous because you're playing in front of your own fans. They're always cheering you on, pushing you to the brink. And I think that's better. In the away leg, that's when you're playing with your back to the wall. And you're trying not to concede, basically, because they've got home advantage and all that. I always prefer to play the away leg first, which is what we haven't got here. We're playing the home leg first. So everything I was saying about, passing the ball around, trying to keep possession and not giving the ball away, that really only works if you've got the away leg first. I'll make that clear now. I did say away, didn't I? Yeah. If you've got the away leg first, you go for that method. If you've got the home leg first, like we have now, it's always best to take a lead into the second leg. Even if it's only one goal. Because you can hold on to that lead throughout the second leg you are in the final. And that's what we're looking for here. We're looking to get to the final. And actually, we're playing some pretty nice stuff. That's a really good flick on to McMenamin. Played it out wide to Blair, and look at that for a goal. That is fantastic. McMenamin with the layoff there to Blair. I think it was Marrow who played the ball over to McMenamin in the first place. See Elliott with the ball there. Marrow with the flick to McMenamin. Waited for the keeper to come out, and that is a fantastic layoff. And we're looking very, very strong in this first leg. And also in this first half, because normally our goals come in the second half of matches. At least that's what I've been finding at the moment. So, yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing good. I'm enjoying this. Picked a pretty decent lineup. Providing we can keep everyone fit, I'm going to keep this lineup for the second leg. The only change I would make is if John Parkin comes back from injury. Apart from that, I'm really happy with this. So, let's go for Passionate. And we'll go for that one. Oh, look at all that green. I'm very happy with the way things are going. Keep it up. Fantastic. Let's do the second half. And again, you see the way you might notice this from previous matches. The way in which we're passing the ball around is very, very different now. There's a lot of first-time passes, a lot of quick movement. Elliott hit the post there, but I had a feeling he was offside anyway, so I wasn't going to get too excited. We're doing really, really well, though. All we got to worry about now is the defensive side of things. But providing we can keep the ball and keep attacking, they'll be really, really good. Right, new test. How do we defend set pieces? Not brilliantly. Although Hughes there made a vital block to stop Beardsley from scoring. I still think Beardsley should have scored there, but didn't. And that was a foul by Ryan Brunt. He pushed our goalkeeper over, would you believe it? And that's exactly what I mean there. David James. First thing he did, centre-back split. Morris came short for the ball, and he gave it to him. And he does end up punting it long still when it's passed back to him. We're not quite at an advanced enough level where we can get away with that every single time. All it takes is them to suss you out once, and then you're in a little bit of trouble. But we're getting away with it. Not so much on that side of things. We got away with it to a point where our defence looked a little bit sloppy and complacent. You see where the ball got played through here by Brunt. Mambo completely fell asleep, let in Beardsley, and there wasn't very much David James could do about that one. Actually, I'm looking at Mambo, and he's looking a little tired out there, so I think we will bring on Partridge for Mambo. Hopefully that sub happens soon. There we go. So we're still 2-1 up. We're still in the driving seat. Hopefully we can still get some attacks away. Not a brilliant header from Hughes. Ball given away. Morris does win it back and finds McLaughlin. That's a really poor pass from him. Thankfully Roberts there to bring it down. And a really poor pass from him. And that's really poor defending from Partridge. Has let in Brunt. Flicks it to Beardsley. Good save from James. I have a feeling there Beardsley might have been offside. Apparently he wasn't though. But now we're playing with our backs to the wall. McMenamin with a good clearance. And McMenamin is actually starting to look tired, but there's no one on the bench really we can bring on as the target man. The only change I can think of making is swapping these two over and bringing on Nguesson to play in that role. So yeah, let's do that. Let's see how Nguesson gets on in that complete forward role. I tend to think of him as a trequartista, but maybe as a complete forward as well. Just getting into space. He'll be a little bit further up the field, create a few more chances, and he might even be able to knock it back to the target man who can score himself. So we'll have a look at that one. Biggest concern is if Ball can adapt now to the target man role, because he's been playing as the complete forward for pretty much the entire match, and now he's got to readjust and be the strong man of the two. Yeah, I think he's done okay with that. It was actually Marrow who flicked that one on. Interesting to see. I think Wade Elliott got the ball on the right hand side, and I believe his initial cross was aimed at Ball. See, it goes over Ball's head. Marrow flicks it on. Ball hits it first time on the volley. That was actually a very, very good goal. And again, it shows about how our players drift into space and pick the ball up in key areas, which is exactly what this formation is designed to do. It's designed to make your players play football, rather than just hoof it long and hope for the best. Having these players play in these holes, for example the attacking midfielder and the defence midfielder, they're playing between the opposition's midfield. Because this game tends to play banks of 4 in midfield. Bristol Rovers are an exception. They have a deep lying midfielder, but they don't have an attacking midfielder, and that means that our defence midfielder has a lot more space in the middle of the pitch, and then they have the 2 centre midfielders, which means that our attacking midfielder can actually get past that, and our wide midfielders, because they play along that bank of 4 line, they have actually a lot more space on the wings, like Wade Elliott there has just demonstrated for us. They have a lot more space on the wings than they'd normally have, because the 2 wide midfielders for Bristol are actually playing further forward than our midfielders, so there is a gap between them. And the cross there from Blair to the back post, Elliott's on the back post, no Bristol Rovers players are there because they're either too deep or too far forward, and it's volleyed into the back of the net. And we are looking very, very comfortable going into the second leg of this tie, to the point where I might even employ our heavily defensive tactics and our defensive formation. The only issue I have with that is I'll pick a team that fits that formation. I don't then want to have to change to another formation when we concede 3 goals and have to then try and score ourselves. But the crucial thing is we won, and I'll give them the little motivational speak there to get them in a good mood, ready for the second leg. And that is coming up in the next 4 days. Game days. I should always make that clear. In the next 4 game days, not the next 4 real days. So yeah guys, that pretty much ends this episode. When we come back next time, we'll be playing the second leg, and then the next episode after that will hopefully be the final. We shall see. But until then, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.